Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Paddy's on. We've had him on many times on the program. He's one of my favorites. I like talking to, C-level people of innovative companies, and certainly his company, Zevia, is incredibly innovative. I don't own interest in the company. Are you a publicly owned company?
No, we're not, Kevin. We're
Dang.
private.
Oh, you need to call me before you actually do it, or is that insider trading? Anyway, but I want to know when you do it because I'm going to buy some stock because I already own God knows how many cans of this product because I love it. I mean, I start shaking when I see I'm down to just a couple of cases. And so it's just phenomenal. Zevia is the product for people who are looking for, a great soft drink that is good for them. And unlike most of the sugar-free products that are worse than the sugared products because of the chemicals they put into your body, is actually good for you, and it tastes natural, unlike the chemical tasting sugar-free products out there. I was incredibly sick a few years back, and I was so happy when my doctor made Zevia a part of my formula because he knew how hard it was for me to give up my sugar. Zevia, which is at Zevia.com, is the place to go. Paddy, I'm sorry for going on and on, but you know how passionate I am about your product.
Absolutely. Well, Kevin, thank you for having me today. And I think you hit the nail on the head. We all love soda. 96% of American households buy soda, but it's very hard to find someone who will tell you, I want to drink more soda next year. And it's not just the full calorie stuff. As you noted, it's artificial sweeteners. Just last week, the Center for Science and the Public Interest downgraded Splenda, sucralose, one of the leading artificial sweeteners. And they said, we used to say it's safe. Now we say caution. We're not so sure.
Yeah, we're not so yeah. Oh, that was very well timed. He just added that to our library. But you know what? The reality is that there's all kinds of weirdness that goes on with the sweeteners, with warnings, if not directly from the government, from a lot of organizations about it. The pink stuff, for years associated with cancer. It's really quite troubling when you get down to it.
Well, that's exactly right. And a lot of people don't know, but stevia is an all-natural sweetener, and it actually comes from a plant. The stevia plant is in the sunflower family. It's originally native to Latin America, but we grow all of ours in the U.S., and it's 200 times as sweet as sugar with no calories. So it's really an amazing solution for people who want sweetness but don't want calories or any kind of spike in blood glucose.
Yeah, I tell you that. And I tell you right now, that's, associated with the biggest health problems in America today, obesity and diabetes.
So, Kevin, when you went off of sugar and you started drinking Zevia, what were some of the health effects that you noticed? I mean, you lost weight, certainly, right? But you felt better in general. Yeah,
I did. I did feel better in general, and I ended up, of course, losing the weight was absolutely huge. I was less agitated because I think sugar has a stimulant effect. Yep. And so I found myself less agitated, more calm. And you know what I really liked is that I didn't feel like I was sacrificing so much.
Well, that's exactly right.
The trade-offs gets really bad when you're going from, to a lot of the traditional unhealthy products to really, really healthy stuff. Healthy equals yucky, and Zevia is not the case.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, what's great about our product, like you said, is it's a very easy switch people can make, and you still get all the enjoyment of soda, but without the bad ingredients. And I think, folks have found that there is something that's great about that sweetness and the carbonation that soda provides. And, we have 15 classic soda flavors, things like cola, root beer, ginger ale. We have a Dr. Pepper style that we call Dr. Zevia. So people don't have to sacrifice taste and enjoyment just to get a healthier product.
My favorites are the caffeine-free cola and the root beer. I like them all. I did your cherry cola, which is like crack. I mean, that thing is crazy. I'm waiting for you to release a caffeine-free version of that. And it's just incredible, just awesome products.
Well, thanks, Kevin. I mean, what's amazing about Zevia is that people around the country have discovered exactly what you discovered, that, this is such an easy switch that can enhance their health and wellness. And so consumers are asking for our product around the country. And in where you're located down in Texas, we've really expanded our distribution. So, we're available in regular supermarkets, Kroger, Randall's and Tom Thumb, H-E-B, Central Market, as well as natural stores like Whole Foods. and now Super Target. So we're finding that consumers, if you want this product, ask your local store and they will bring it in.
Yeah. Oh, they will. I'm seeing it all over the place. I'm kind of getting surprised. Wow. Look where I found Zevia today. I know that when we first began getting you on the program, it was probably at Whole Foods and maybe the high-end, HEBs. And other than that, it was very difficult to find. Now it's being seen everywhere.
Well,
I know I'm a part of that, and you know I'm a part of that too.
You certainly are, and frankly, I mean, that's in a lot of ways the power of capitalism, right?
Right.
We as consumers can make our voice heard, and businesses respond. If you ask for Zevia, I'll tell you what, your grocer's going to bring it in. So Zevia, Zevia, as you mentioned earlier, and it can be a really life-changing product for folks.
It is a life-changing product for folks, and so I encourage people to check it out. If you do, you'll become an ambassador. I haven't received my formal paperwork as an ambassador of Zevia, but I'm waiting for my formal paperwork as an ambassador of Zevia wherever I go. And so I encourage people to become an ambassador as well, either formally or informally, be proclaiming it to everyone you know.
Well, and there's a reason that our consumers call us the smarter soda. We're a smarter option, and you're exactly right. People want to share that with their friends and family because it's, frankly, it's a gift. If you can turn someone onto this product and they can change their life through consuming a healthier soda, boy, you've done a great thing. Yeah,
and let me tell you a little story. So Saturday I was over at a friend of mine's house. We had kind of a gathering of men that was church-related at a friend of mine's house, and I went to throw a napkin into the trash compactor, and I opened up the trash compactor, and guess what I saw on the top of the compactor right there in that trash?
A can of Zevia.
A can of Zevia, and he loves it. And I turned him on to it, by the way.
That is fantastic.
That is fantastic. I almost took a picture of it, but I thought that was just a little pathetic, a pile of trash and a can of Zevia on top. I'm not sure if they would get it, but I was very excited, and I said, so I turned you on. He goes, yep, you have turned me on.
That is great.
Yeah, awesome stuff. I tell you right now, Zevia is great. I love being an advocate, a fan, a friend of it. I talk about it often. I've talked about it on videos. I've talked about it, of course, on the program. I've blogged about it. I've written articles about it, and I'm a huge advocate. You need to become a friend of this soda as well. Zevia, Zevia.com would be a great place to get information. I'm sure you have a list of locations where people can find the product.
We sure do. All you have to do is plug in your zip code, and a list of stores in your area will come up.
Yep, you need to do it. I encourage you to check it out today. It is the perfect soda. It was what soda was originally intended to be, as I think you have coined that expression too. Paddy, as always, thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me, Kevin, and to your listeners, I hope you go out and try the smarter soda.
Yeah, it is so smart. Go do it today. All right, when we come back, we're going to have much more for you. I do want to remind you the best content here. It shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. I am Kevin Price. You're listening to The Price of Business.